Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and welcome to 3303. This is where I talk about the news and happenings in and around Elite Dangerous. This week, Frontier revealed the number of copies sold of Elite Dangerous. They've also revealed a brand new game, a closed beta has come to an end, and a brand new ship has unintentionally been revealed. In an interesting update from Frontier last week, David Braben tweeted the number of copies sold of both Planet Coaster as well as Elite Dangerous. Now here you can see a copy of the tweet and it shows us that they have sold 1 million copies of Planet Coaster and 2.75 million Elite Dangerous franchise units. Now there was a little bit of confusion over what franchise unit means. Some people thought perhaps it includes paint jobs as well as the other extras available on the Frontier store. So I reached out to Frontier for clarification on this, and they confirmed that this means 2.75 million units of the game itself. So that's both Elite Dangerous as well as Horizons. The figure does not include any extras purchased from the Frontier store. Unfortunately, there's no breakdown for these figures, so we don't know how many copies were sold for which platform. We do have some Steam figures that we can go on that are just very rough. Steam Spy shows that around about 1 million copies of the game have been sold on Steam itself. And although that's not 100% accurate, it does give us a bit of an indication. But of course, this doesn't include the consoles, and it doesn't include Frontier's own store. But at the end of the day, these are pretty good figures, and they leave Elite Dangerous as well as Frontier themselves in a pretty good position. And with the company planning to talk about Elite Dangerous into 2018, it seems that there's still plenty of life left in the game yet. Now, completely unrelated to Elite Dangerous, but very much related to Frontier developments themselves, is a new announcement for a new game. This is Jurassic World Evolution, and is essentially a park builder game that's going to be available in the summer of 2018 for both Xbox, PlayStation as well as PC. The release, of course, is going to coincide with the new movie to be released next year. The big question, of course, for all us Elite players is what is this going to mean for Elite Dangerous? Well, we do know that development of Elite is going to continue. Frontier are planning on revealing much new content at the Frontier Expo later this year. And we also know that the Frontier stock prices have jumped right up. After the announcement, they've now hit a high of £8.73, with the company standing at a market value of £323 million, or $416 million. So it seems Frontier are doing pretty well, and hopefully some of that is going to be funneled back into Elite Dangerous and give us some of the content that we've been waiting for a very long time now. The closed beta test for patch 2.4 has come to an end already. A very short period there of testing. Frontier say they're going to reopen the server again in a few days, and this time it's going to be a test open to all. That is, everyone who's got access to the game on PC will be able to jump into the beta test and try out patch 2.4. Now, as I've mentioned elsewhere, patch 2.4, the beta test at least, is not going to include any of the Thargoid content. That's only coming when the patch arrives on the live servers. Now, there has been a number of comments as to just how short this particular phase of the beta has been, and I tend to agree with that. I was expecting it to go on a little bit longer, but of course some of the larger changes weren't in the patch anyway, so that's something we're going to have to wait and see on. What we're also going to have to wait and see on is whether or not Frontier fix any of the bugs and other problems that were mentioned during this relatively short beta. Now, normally during these tests we do go through a number of iterations, and surprisingly during this test there hasn't been any other changes. There's just the initial batch and that's it. Although I fully expect to see a new version of the patch arrive with the open test, which is due to start a little later. Of course, as yet there's no word exactly when that dates are going to be. Now, talking of all of the secret stuff that's going to be arriving at some point in the future for patch 2.4 onto the live servers, there is one thing that has been leaked unintentionally, and that is a new ship. Now, we haven't had any new ships in the game for quite a while now. I think the last one was the Dolphin. This new one is the Type-10 Defender. An astute player managed to capture this image from the multi-crew member where you can see the name of the ship listed. Now, beyond this, we have no clue what the ship is going to be. But the fact it's a Type 10 would suggest it is a Lacon ship along the lines of the Type 6, the Type 7 as well as the Type 9. Of course, we know those other ships are transport ships, they're cargo vessels. This one, with the name Defender, would seem to indicate it's a military vessel of some type. Personally, as pure speculation, I'd love to see a variation on either the Type 7 or the Type 9 out there, armed completely to the teeth. I think that'd make a pretty good vessel. Then again, it could be something completely different as well as something completely unexpected. Now, I'm not expecting to see this in the open beta coming later in the week or next week whenever it does arrive, so it's probably going to be something we have to wait and see for the live version of the update. One thing we do know though, and Frontier have confirmed, is that it's not the Panther Clipper. And that really is a little bit of a shame because, like many others, that is a ship I'm highly waiting for. That then brings us to an end of this episode of 3303. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.